First of all, you start off with a cup of oil. Turn your heat to medium. Put a cup of flour in it and just let it cook down slow and stir it constantly once it starts heating. Once it heats up, just stir it and let it start browning. It'll probably take about 30 minutes. Most people do it really slow for 3 or 4 hours. I just started quick. So in about 20-30 minutes you'll have roux made, and you'll just add your onions, your bell peppers, and celery, and let it brown a little more, and then you add water to it and chicken stock. First of all, you want to get your Holy Trinity made. Your celery, onions, bell peppers, and you just pretty much a medium dice. And you get all that ready, so that way when your roux's ready, you just put it in the roux and start it to brown after the roux is kind of a color of a latte coffee, a light brown caramel color. And then you throw your vegetables in it, saute it, and you start adding your chicken stock. And bring it to a boil, then you throw your chicken in. Let it boil for about, another 30 minutes. The smell would be amazing. When you throw the water in, the chicken stock, it will be amazing. This is the caramel color. It took probably about 15 minutes to get it this way, but you want to make sure you stir it so you don't burn the bottom, and it's still, you don't have the brown spots in it. I'm going to go ahead, put it back on the fire on low, and pour a cup of celery, cup of onions, cup of bell pepper. Stir it to make sure it's incorporated. So you have thickened up really thick. I'm going to add more though. I'm going to add more because I'm making a pot full. I'll do another cup of diced celery, onions, and bell peppers. Can you take a picture of it? Here, you want to get it so it looks like this. It's that nice brown color. And when it gets like that, you want to add your peppers and onions and celery will be soft. And so we're going to add probably about 3 quarts of water to this, and then chicken stock. This is 3 quarts of water, that warm water. And this is where it's going to smell like your mama's kitchen in Cajun country on a Saturday afternoon. Watch the steam come up, and the smell can be amazing. It's starting to steam. And you just kind of want to bring it to a boil. Look, your vegetables are all wilted down and soft. And it smells amazing. We'll just bring this to a boil, then we'll add the chicken, which will probably take about 15 minutes. I turn the stove back on high. going to go ahead and cut the chicken up now, so give me a few minutes and we'll start over again. Now I'm cutting up like 3 pounds of chicken breast. You could use a whole fryer and cut it up and use that. And then once I get it cut, I'm going to take it and put it in the boiling stock I got going on right now, and let it cook for probably about 30 minutes or so. Then I'll add some parsley and green onions, and that will give it a lot more flavor. And then after I do this, I'm going to bring this to a boil, and once it's boiled for about 30 minutes and you got your flavor, I'm going to go ahead and dice up my andouille sausage and put it in just before it's done. Then I'm going to be peeling some shrimp. A nice 1621, and put that in there. You can use 30, 40, any size you want, but that's what we have here today. And then you put that in at the very end. You turn your fire off, and once it's cooked, you throw your shrimp in, and they cook in about 3 or 4 minutes. And then you add your parsley and green onions.
I smell some gumbo cooking for me!
Now that I got added the chicken, it's really gotten thick. It's thickened up the sauce, and you don't want it too thick. So I'm adding another 3 quarts of water and let that come to a boil. And just let it cook down for about 30 minutes. And then let me get my seasonings out. We'll add the seasonings and we'll be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic now because I didn't want to add it earlier because it will burn and it gives a bitter flavor. So that's why I'm adding it after I put the chicken stock in. And I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. If I get the box open. There we go. 1. Here's how I do it. I just open it up and get 4 tablespoons. Heaping. Then I'll do a tablespoon of black pepper. Tablespoon, you just take and put it in there. Then I will do only a teaspoon of the crushed red pepper, unless you want it really spicy, but I like more of the flavors than the heat. So a teaspoon would be great. And then you just kind of stir it up. Then I want to have a little more chicken base to it. And I'll do a couple of heaping teaspoons, which probably ends up to be about a 1/4 cup. It'd be like 4 tablespoons. Then you just kind of let it boil and you're ready to go. Now that's the chicken base. And then you want to use crushed pepper flakes. And that's your seasonings for a gumbo. If you're making filet gumbo, you would take filet and put in it right after it's done. You don't want to put it as it's cooking. After it's done, you add your filet. And it gives it a more of a Cajun flavor.
Mom, Mama.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Papa's got to wash it.
You're also scoop that off.
Now it's time to pour the sausage in. The chicken's boiled. It's got this flavor. So I diced up some andouille sausage. It's ready to go in there. We'll let it cook for about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to it. Another 2 quarts. And then we'll let it cook down. I guess bring this to a boil, then we'll turn it down some more, turn it down again, then we'll add the shrimp to it and they'll be done. Probably took about an hour for us to do all of this. Put another 2 quarts of water. And so that's pretty much how it's made. I'm going to go ahead and add the parsley and green onion to it. Let it cook down and get some more flavor, give it an herby flavor. And that's gumbo, Cajun style.